So once you've got your research prepped, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to start figuring out where you're going to get your sources from. We are going to have a quick little discussion in a lesson on how to evaluate sources that you get off of the internet. Those are actually really difficult to use. The reason being, you have to do a lot of research about the actual company that puts it out and whether the information is good information, whether it's credible, whether it's accurate. And that takes time. And if you're going to do that with every article you do, you're looking at 45 minutes to an hour with every single article that you sit down with. You don't want to do that. That's too much time, and you don't want to waste your time that way. So instead, we're going to actually use databases provided by the library, and there's several of them here: Science in Context, Global Issues in Context, Opposing Viewpoints, Explore Public Libraries, and then we have two other ones called Gale eBooks and World Book Online. Now, out of these databases, they are all good sources that have already been checked by somebody. They've already been checked to see if they're credible. They've already been checked for accuracy. There's been several people that have looked at all of these to make sure that they're good sites. Because they've done that, you only have to read the information and see if the information is what you need. So in this particular case, you don't have to figure out whether it's a good article or not. You can just start taking and using it if you want to. So the way you find databases here at Legend is you go to the Legend library page. You can find that on the homepage underneath Students. So if you go to the Legend homepage and look underneath Students, you'll see the library link. And you're going to look for this icon that says Destiny Discover. So when you click that, the first thing it's going to ask you to do is it's going to ask you to log in. I've already logged in, so you can see that I've got my little avatar up here and it says, welcome back, Edward. If yours says login up here, click that button and use your Google login, your Google single sign-in to get in there. You'll also look and see that this is filled across the top. If yours is not filled across the top, you are also not logged in. And you're not going to have access to these first probably 6 or 7 items. They only show up once you're logged in. So once you do that, you can go ahead and click this Gale in Context Science. When you click that, it's going to open up this product menu that you see right here. So it's going to open this product menu and we're going to look at Gale in Context Science. That's the one we're looking for.
It's important to note here that if you are not at school, you're going to need a Douglas County Library card. When you log in, it's going to ask you to take and choose your institution. Choose Douglas County Libraries. If there's a Parker branch option, you can go ahead and select that. And then once you've done that, you can enter your library card number and then it'll let you in. Otherwise, you will not have access to any of the databases I'm showing you today.
So I'm going to do genetic, engineering, see what I've got. And then I'm going to notice underneath featured content on this page tells me what I've got. I'm only going to see 3 or 4 things in each list here. If I want to see all of them, here's an academic journal. This is a journal that's been reviewed by somebody else, a medical journal, something along like that, a science journal. If I click on those, I can see all of the different articles that I have. And when I find one that I like, I just click on the title. And then I have all of this information. So we've talked about this before in one of your English classes, but now you actually have a chance to use it. So remember, you can take and you can download it to your Google Drive as long as you are signed in with Google up here. I can download a copy of it if I'd like to. I can get a link to this particular item so that I can put it in my research brain dump, and I can get a citation if I want to. So all those things we talked about in English, they're going to start using them here in this particular class. The other things that you might need as you start working on are that list of sets here. So Science in Context, here are the things to kind of search through when you get in there. Global Issues, here's topics to search underneath each one. Science in Context is good information, scientific information. Global Issues is going to give you more of a social science aspect of it. Opposing Viewpoints is going to allow you to see both sides. It's going to give you articles that are positioned from one side or the other. Explore Public Libraries is another set of databases that's completely different than Gale. It's a completely different company, and so it's got stuff in there. Gale eBooks is going to give you a bunch of encyclopedias, and so is World Book Online. It's actually a type of encyclopedia. Using these, I would be very wary, more just to give yourself as a stepping stone to figure out information, especially World Book Online. The articles are really basic. They don't have a lot of detail, and you want to kind of use it just to kind of fill in the gaps of your knowledge as you start working through there. So that's selecting a database. You can also check out the assignment, which is how to take and figure out if something on the internet is good, and that will be linked as well.